Hey guys, my name's Brandon Shubert. I'm with Marathon Electrical Contractors. Today we wanted to quickly go over a presentation with some new innovations in the electrical field, all right? First innovation we got right here is the new Brady panel lockout. This new lockout has helped us a lot now that we've understand its full capabilities. It's made for panels that have exterior screws or don't have exterior screws, all right? It also has a built-in hasp. It's also made for different length panels. So all the accessories are already built into this, where other products we've used in the past, you had to purchase the accessories once you identify you needed. All right. Our second innovation is a proven meter. It's a proven meter is a mobile live source. You're capable to do your live dead lives mobily. How this aids us is we're actually able to put the proven meter within the barricade. A qualified person never has to leave the barricade. You don't have to go find a plug somewhere else to do a live source. He can stay right within the barricade, never leaves anything unattended. All right. Our third innovation is the Bluetooth meter. What this allows us to do is allows our qualified person within the barricade that's suited out to do the meter check, but we can pull an iPad outside the barricade, outside the hazard area, for everybody that's going to be involved in the task to understand what those voltages are and make it confirming that they're de-energized. All right. Easiest way for us is kind of quickly illustrate the use of this is kind of briefly go through a lockout tagout procedure. Our first step in our lockout tagout procedure is identify the hazards with your task. We obviously will illustrate on a pre-task plan. Second identification we're going to do is identify the circuitry that we're going to need to be locked out, either checking on the panel schedules or single line diagrams. All right. And the third thing we're going to identify is our arc flash boundaries, limited approach, restricted boundaries, and what the incident energy level is. Incident energy level gives us the proper PPE that we got to put on in order for that person to perform that live dead live. All right. So, second step, notify. We're going to notify all our authorized personnel that are going to be involved in the task. Also, we're going to notify any affected personnel that might be affected by our outage. All right. If we're going to turn something off, people need to know that we're going to turn stuff off. All right. Third one is isolate. Through those single line drawings, we're going to find out which circle we got to isolate. We're going to figure out which lockout tagout mechanism we need to isolate. We can either use the new device by Brady, that's the panel lock, or we can use the single breaker lock, as you can see in our second panel. Third step is verify. Verify is the step we're going to use. I'm going to use Jonathan Langford here. He's going to put his lock on as part of the isolation point as the qualified person, and then he's going to go through the verification process with the multimeter and the proven unit, and you can see we'll show the readings on this iPad.
All right, we know that the disconnect we're working on is going to be fed out of this panel here. We've already got our LOTO device applied. I've already got my lock hung. We used the Bluetooth multimeter. We'll do a live source first.
Live 244.6.
All right, now we verified that our multimeter is functioning. Now we're going to go and check for the absence of voltage. A to B.
A to B, 0.
A to ground.
A to ground, 0.
B to ground.
B to ground, 0.
All right, we now know that we've got an absence of voltage here. We're going to double check one more time for the next live to make sure our multimeter is still functioning.
Live 244.6.
All right, now we know that everything is de-energized. It's safe to work on. I've got my key hanging here from where we've locked out at the panel. I'll now hang my lock as the qualified person. Once I've got my lock hung, anybody that's going to be working downstream of this equipment is now able to come in and hang their lock and go to work.
As you can see, that he's gotten all the way to step 5. The important part of that is if you are one of the authorized personnel that's working with him, that you're here to view the live dead live. So you see that circuit is de-energized, all right? So after he locks it, we do the work. After you've done the work, let everybody know. You remove all your lockout, tagout, and then you do your illustrations on your panel schedule and just a single line drawing to update where that power is at that point. Any questions about any of the products?
So what if he's the only one that locks out? Can we work under his lock, or does everyone affected got to lock out also?
Anybody that's going to be working on that circuit downstream has to lock out. It's, you know, every man for himself. It's your safety. So everyone that is going to be part of that is going to have to lock out.
What about verifying the absence of voltage before they lock out?
Yeah, you got to be there for the absence of voltage. You need to understand that that circuit is de-energized before you do your work.
Yeah, it means it's safe for you guys to apply your lock. So if you don't witness it, you don't know, right? It's your safety at line.
Don't take anybody's word for it when it comes to electricity.
That's right.
That being said,
Y'all got any other questions, guys?
if you don't like, if you want to personally verify after you have witnessed your electrician do the live dead live, you're able to verify. You can check it yourself, but only after your qualified electrician has done the live dead live.
And you can use these as a secondary or a first awareness, and these actually work on there as Anthony illustrated. You can actually turn that on to field sense. And so it'll work your proximity meters as well. So you can do a live dead live with your proximity tick tracers, whatever. Pretty cool new devices. Helped us be a lot more efficient with some of our tasks.